Hello again, everyone. From Peter Donegan at the AFL Game Day News Desk. It's all over at AAMI Stadium in South Australia, and the reigning NAB Cup champions, the Blues, are through to the second round, to the quarterfinals, with a 15-point win over Port Adelaide. One super goal, 13-13-100 to Port Adelaide, 12 goals, 13-85. It was 4-2 to 3-2 in favour of Port in the last quarter. And the major goal kickers for Port Adelaide: Salopek 3, Treadrake 2, and for Carlton, Hampson, Thornton and Favola finished up with 2 goals apiece. Let's recap what happened in the first 3 quarters, and Port Adelaide were off to a flyer early.
Cracker dives, couldn't hold on. Brilliant recovery though from Nathan Cracker. From just outside 50 delivers. Treadrake plays on and kicks the opening goal of the match.
They are down to 17 men. Bentley coming back on the ground now with a big headband on. 22.5 minute mark. Mark Williams made his 16th interchange, and he couldn't make any more after that. That's why they were down the man.
Carlton trying to seize the moment and not making a bad fist of it. Chaplin, though, holds up. Steal by Gibbs. Swinging kick. There's brilliant for Carlton. And the Blues lead by 11 points.
It's a handball off to Carazzo. Gets it towards Favola over his head, almost gathered, in fact eventually gathered beautifully by Fisher. Here's Matthews Cruz's first kick in football, and it's a goal. The #1 draft pick kicks Carlton's 4th goal.
Minute and a half to go.
Cloak in front, Brogan gets it down, chance for Roden again. Geez, looking dangerous at the moment. Where will he go? Tries to chip it short, not 20, and a chance for Salopek, who kicks it goal.
Carlton by 4 points. Pfeiffer, who put them in front a moment ago, the former Adelaide player. Simpson, Murphy just sold the dummy, delayed, kicks pretty well. Thornton, he's going to kick another. He's a goal-kicking machine.
Who delivers towards Russell. Support from Pfeiffer. Beautiful looping handball, allowing Russell to run onto it. Kick deep into the pocket for Favola with a set, beautifully done. Marks one hand. Handball nonchalantly over the top, if you don't mind. Cloak kicks the goal, and the Blues have 4 for the corner.
And so then to the final term, and Port needed an early goal if they were to be any hope, and the long-kicking Nathan Loney did set up the early one.
In the goal square, and it is a beauty. Seen some nervous kicking in front of goal from young players today. He'll be toey here, but he shouldn't miss. And he doesn't. He drills it. And Port stay alive.
So a boundary throw in deep in the pocket. Port Adelaide have been very effective here all afternoon. Here's another opportunity. Motlop concedes ground. Thomas from 45 off a step. Floating kick is a goal. Port Adelaide coming hard. Margin back to 9.
Miscued it. Pfeiffer not quite hitting a target. Russell. Now Stevens, and that's a good kick and well collected by Jake Edwards for Carlton. Just glad you're not talking about his mother. And Jake Edwards steers it home, and the Blues lead by 16. Carlton by 17. Port needing 3 regulation or a couple of super goals to get back into this, and Williams, who is powering them from half back at the moment, down the Great Ocean Road in Victoria. But here's Salopek. Important moment for Port. He delivers. The game is still alive. It won't follow the script of NAB Cup football. Here's Nick Stevens, who's rising to the challenge in the last quarter, and he releases Eddie Betts in some space. And Eddie, as we know, likes to run. His whole team would too, as they hang on by 11. From 45, he does it beautifully. Carlton get the steadier. Salopek. Gross under some pressure. Loney swinging with the right foot, placing it pretty well. Roden now. Just enough time, but he couldn't get the leverage. But a good mark by Koshel again. This is a bit of a tester from 30. It's a good kick. Port's still there. Margin 10 points. But not for very long. Carlisle there with Pettigrew and Williams, who's been good in the second half. That wasn't good, and that's a high tackle. It's a Carlton free kick.
And wouldn't this do wonders for his confidence if he can seal a victory for the Blues?
Almost missed from the goal square at this end in the second quarter. makes an absolute certainty of it there, and he wraps up the game for the Blues.
Yes, interestingly, Port Adelaide with 35 more disposals and 10 more clearances, but Carlton coming away with the victory. Andrew Carrazzo, 24 disposals for the Blues, and for Port Adelaide, Salapic and Thomas, 27 each. Carlton to play the winner of tomorrow's Hawthorn-Sydney game. The Blues home by 15 points in Adelaide.